Great inventions. In 1876, Edison attended the Centennial Exhibition World's Fair in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He displayed one of his automatic telegraph machines. It could send messages at high speeds. Edison also displayed an electric pen with a tiny motor. It was used to make copies of documents. This invention got a lot of attention at the exhibition and won awards for its innovative design. While at the fair, Edison was inspired by what he saw. His visit sparked many new ideas. Edison was especially curious about a device on display called a telephone. Invented by Alexander Graham Bell, this device transmitted the sound of the human voice over wires. In 1877, Edison worked on a way to improve Bell's telephone. He made it possible for voices to sound louder and clearer over the telephone wires. "I never pick up an item without thinking of how to improve it," Edison had said. He also made improvements on his telegraph machines. As a result of his experiments, Edison ended up with a new kind of sound machine. He invented the first phonograph. He found a way to record sound on a cylinder coated with tinfoil. The machine had one needle for recording sound. It also had a needle for playing back sounds. As sounds vibrated, the needle pressed into the cylinder in the same pattern. The first words Edison spoke into the machine were from the nursery rhyme, "Mary Had a Little Lamb." The machine played his own words back to him. Edison knew this invention was important. He saw the many ways it could help people communicate. People could record letters on the cylinders instead of writing them down on paper. Books could be read onto the cylinders and then played back to blind people. Families could record and keep the sounds of their children's voices. Many of these ideas led to new tools for communication. The phonograph was only one of Edison's many important inventions. Edison started a company that sold phonographs and cylinders. People bought cylinders with their favorite music on it. Later, wax discs, known as records, became the most used format. Edison's fame increased in 1878. He was invited to the White House to demonstrate the phonograph to President Rutherford B. Hayes. Edison was nicknamed the Wizard of Menlo Park by a newspaper reporter. Even after so many inventions, Edison still brimmed with great ideas. For 2 years, he had the scientists in his lab worked hard on a new project. They wanted to develop a light bulb that used less electricity than other bulbs and could burn much longer. Edison's lab tested thousands of ideas and materials. In 1879, they produced a light bulb that glowed for more than 14 hours, longer than any other light bulb. Until that time, typical bulbs lasted only a few minutes. Edison eventually produced bulbs that could glow for over 1,500 hours. They looked very much like the light bulbs we see in our homes today. By the age of 83, Thomas Edison had obtained 1,093 patents for his inventions. His work improved the way in which we communicate every day. Edison died in 1931. By that time, most American homes had both electric lights and a phonograph machine. Edison's most popular inventions.